Good morning, all. I hope you guys are good. Welcome to the Desert Ice T20 League. This is the fourth edition of the Desert Ice T20 League. We've got Central Sunrisers up against the Gobabis Bulls. I'm going to take you guys straight to the toss and get ready for some smashing cricket.
Tails. Heads. 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 It is heads. Okay, we'll have a ball, please. All the best, Keith. Thanks, Keith. You guys too.
Okay, so the Central Sunrisers have elected to bowl first. May I please have a word with you, Captain JP? So there's Mr. Conradi. How are you again?
Thank you.
Tell us, why would you select to bowl on such a pitch?
Well, I think it's a fresh pitch. It looks a little bit of green on there. Hasn't been played on for a while, so we've got a handful of youngsters, seamers, and so forth. So we'll give it a shot. Hopefully we'll bowl well and get some early wickets. And we'll see how it goes.
Talking about your team, we see that you've got a couple of big players there.
Yeah.
Tell us about your national players. Who did you bring into your side?
Well, we've got Weepier Meiberg, who plays for United, leg spinner, opening batter. So looking forward to playing with him. We played with him a bit in the nets last week. Really nice bowler, consistent. And then we've got Sean Fisher, captain of VI's first team. He also won the award in the week for best player at VIS last season, best all-rounder. So yeah, we've got a good balance, I think. Trying to get the youngsters in as well for experience with the Prem guys, national guys. So I think a good experience for everyone. Cool.
Thank you very much.
Nash.
Good start.
Cheers.
Up the captain of Gobabis, that's Keith Kondo. How are you, Keith?
I'm well, how are you?
Losing the toss. I mean, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. But I'm sure this mattered to you. What would you have done if you had won the toss?
Look, we still would have batted. We fancy ourselves as batting first. The guys broke up and they said we want to bat first, so that's what we're going to do. So yeah, it was a good toss to lose in any case.
Okay, good toss to lose. Okay, you'd like to bat. Tell us about your powerhouse. Who are you bringing this year? Do you have any national players in your team?
Not really. We basically kept the same squad as last year. But due to the commitments of most of our under-19 players that did well last year to this year, they've been rewarded. So they're in the franchise system at the moment. They're playing across town right now. So yeah, we brought in some locals, the local Gobabis, proper Buramana, to hit the ball. So yeah, we reinforced the team a bit with some of the club guys that have been doing well in the league as well. So it's good to keep the same team. They did well, and we thought to reward them by bringing them into the Desert Ice.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Keith.
Thanks, Yash.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hope you have a good tournament.
Thank you.
That was Keith Kondo from the Gobabis Bulls. They were the semi-finalists last year. They are the favorites today. But this Central Sunrisers team is a new team, and they seem to be quite a strong team. Coming up next, after this match, is going to be the Spur Warriors. They're going to be up against, just make sure, up against the Green Mambas. Stay tuned, come and join us at United and enjoy some good cricket. Thank you. Good morning, all. Welcome to the Desert Ice T20 League. This is the fourth edition, and we've got the Gobabis Bulls up against the Central Sunrisers. Ruan Conradi coming in from the city end. Quite a good bowler that. Just to look into the teams, we've got a couple of big players. Weepier Meiberg, Ruan Conradi, the one you see on the screen now. Sean Fisher, top gun. This is going to be a really interesting game. Sunrisers team. In the Gobabis team, they've got Keith Kondo, one of Zimbabwe's top order batters. He played for one of the franchise teams there. He's first class cricketer, opening the batting for his team, looking to score as many runs as he can. Quality delivery. We're here at United Cricket Ground in Olympia. If you want to catch some good cricket, this is the Desert Ice Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League. 8 teams are in contestant to win $50,000 Namibian dollars. Pay today being the driving force in this whole tournament. Rohan Conradi. Good running by Gobabis. Their current run rate is 2.73, but on this wicket, I think it's not a bad start. They would have obviously wanted more. 3.5 overs gone. Score is 11 for 1. Tian on strike, one of their big hitters. Oh, that wasn't a good one. Oh, a bit of confusion. Is it going to be a run out? Oh, very close. Good fielding. Very good fielding. Great backing up there from Dennis. You see him on the screen there. You can see him really thinking about how he's going to go about this. He knows if he gets any one of these 2 wickets now, it will be a game changer. How is that? I think height. If there was a review system, I'm sure JP there from behind the stumps will send up. That's the end of the 4th over. Getting to 5th over. Would like again to thank our main sponsor Nedbank and all our other associate sponsors. There's Afrideka, Namba, Doc, BDOs helping out, Pay Today, Avo, bringing development into Namibia in the cricket stage. On-field umpire now is a Spidey, Mr. Stephen Delpit. Big swing and a miss. Great bowling from Francois. Top of off. The Central Sunrisers team has not left that mark. And they're proving to be difficult to face on this United pitch. Big swing. Just one again. Gobabis needs to get a couple of boundaries now. Keith Kondo on strike. He sits on 5 runs of 11 balls. His strike rate is a bit low for a T20 match. And I'm sure he's going to look to get something out of this power play, if not now. Oh, is that short? Is it going over the boundary? Drops short. Good running. They go 2 runs. You can hear the Gobabis dugout. They're happy with that one. But I mean, that should have gone over the boundary, surely. Francois drops it short. He has a deep square. Waiting for the catch. I mean, that just didn't have enough power to carry it through to the boundary. Oh, what a ball! Is it a catch? Is it a catch? Stephen Delpit raises his finger and that is gone. Keith Kondo gets a Jaffa on 7. He gets a full treatment from Mr. Francois. A great catch by the keeper there. Brilliant stuff. They're ecstatic. They've gotten 2 wickets just in the power play. Something they needed. You can see the players there saying, now JP, are you the same age you really tell us you are? That was a real good catch. Impressive. Central Sunrisers in the driving seat right now. Strike rate is 3.43. 16 runs for the loss of 2. If I was a Sunrisers captain, I'm sure I wouldn't wish for more. This is just as good as it gets. France will be looking to get another wicket in this over. If you just look at that economy, he has gone dot, 1, 2 wicket. Impressive. Okay, so your kids' name, they're still on the way. Half of the kids came, but the other ones are still another truck. Yeah. Once they're here, then I'll bring them to you. You don't have to. Next week? I think it'll be either today, because they're at the border. Yeah. So it's either today or it'll be next week, but I'll bring them to you. Francois coming in for another ball. Smooth action. Top-notch bowler. This young man was also, he used to play for the CCD Tigers, and that was last year only. He was one of their top bowlers. Now he's been bought by the Central Sunrisers team, and I mean, he's proving to be very valuable. Last ball of the over. Good bowling. New batsman is Tawanda, one of Gobabis' prime left arm spin bowlers. Oh, you can see the players giving him high fives there. That's Mr. Foucher. He's happy with that over. I mean, what more do you want? 3 runs, 1 wicket in your first over against the ex-finalists, the semi-finalists of last year, and they were also in the finals. Would like again to thank our sponsors, and that's Afrideka, Nedbank, with the naming sponsors of this event. Can see Vili there running onto the field, just handing the walkie-talkie to Mr. Herman, one of our senior umpires today. One of our under-19 bowlers. You can see him warming up. He's coming up next, and that's Yanu. "16 runs on the board, 2 wickets down." Yanufari running in. Is it a catch? What a catch! Impressive. Another wicket's gone. Yanufari on his first ball. Who could expect Gobabis would be in this position this morning here at United? This was just unexpected. Yanufuri comes first ball, bowling at a good length, and gets a big wicket. I'd like to welcome one of our top players from the Green Mambas, and that is Mr. Vili Junius. Vili, how are you doing?
Morning, Nash. Thank you for the minor introduction. I'm glad to be here. Seems like things have kicked off very well this morning. Bit of hassle here and there, but I think nonetheless the cricket is good quality. I see Gobabis already a bit in trouble. 16 for the loss of 3, only after 5.1. Maybe the wicket is a bit difficult to play on.
Well, I think the players from the Central Sunrisers have just proven that, they really had a plan when they won the toss. Once JP won the toss, it's like, you know what, I'm going to bowl in this field, and I don't know if they really practice this and everything is going according to plan, but it's really working out. I mean, Gobabis is usually not in such a situation.
Yes, from the set go at toss, I saw that JP was keen to bowl. Obviously, he's seeing something in the pitch that we don't. His one comment was that there's a bit of grass on the turf. It might be sticking a bit with the quickies, and it might be turning a bit with the spinners. So we'll have to see. I think the Central Sunrisers also has got 1 or 2 very outstanding spin bowlers in their team. So it would be interesting to see them come on as well.
Big heave. Inside edge. Is it going to run to the boundary? It is a fast outfield. Great fielding there by Mr. Sean Fisher. Brilliant stuff. Geez, you just can't miss Francois on the screen. He's just running around. He's an old toppy, but I think for today, maybe he rented out his years to someone else. He's looking much younger today.
Performance currently extremely well. Yes, Sean is always one of the star players. Janu Free, one of the younger guys actually in the team, bowling, doing very well, I think. I think in the previous ball, the batsman got lucky with that Chinese cut going down, could have hit the stumps as well. So Gobabis living dangerously at the moment.
Definitely can say that again. But I wonder where that jersey number came from. 404. Big swing through the infield. Are they going to get two? You know, Vili, I think Gobabis should play a running game here. The pitch doesn't look like it's easy. The boundary it's not close. And I think if they do just look for more pockets in the ground and you look to maybe score a decent 150 on this, I'm sure it'll be defendable.
Yes, earlier league games this year, we could definitely see that the pitch in the outfield wasn't that quick. So yes, I can tell you that previous games we saw a lot of players steal singles here. And if you don't run at least 60 to 70 singles here, you'll be in trouble because the ball doesn't fly as far, especially in the early mornings. And then obviously the wet conditions can also then change ball conditions. So we have seen this in the past with the outfield being that wet with ball conditions, could play a very tricky role when the spinners come on. Another wide there by Janu Free. Obviously captain won't be happy about that, but I think with the current standing they don't look bad.
Oh, what a shot. Timing, yes. Does it go through? Yes, it does. Dennis refuses the offer. Francois throws it back in. And Gobabis runs 3. Some brilliant cricket out there.
Real power play fielding there by the two. Outstanding. This is what we want to see in the tournament. Going forward, all the senior members coming and putting up their hands, showing the younger kids this is how it's done.
23 runs, 3 wickets done. Gobabis is under the pump. Sunrisers should be smiling, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish, like Keith Kondo always says. But this is not a good start.
Once again, Nash, let's get back to the introduction again of our tournament. Desert Ice T20 Challenge. This would not be we couldn't have done this without our sponsors. So just a hand up to our sponsors, Nedbank, sponsor going now for 3-4 years with us, and now jumping into the boat even bigger, trying to help us around the grounds, and then obviously already discussing a way forward with us. So hands up to Nedbank, our main sponsor, for this brilliant game and brilliant tournament that they are making available for us. We appreciate it. Straight drive there, just past the bowler. They're stealing a single. You see, Nash, that's what I'm talking about. Quick singles is what's going to run up the board and, keep the scoreboard ticking. Otherwise, you'll definitely end up with a low score. Anything here above 120 we have seen is defendable, especially on United cricket grounds. So, yes, I think, like you mentioned, they need to act those singles.
To be honest, I never thought the Sunrisers team would be in such a position right now. Looking at their team list, Gobabis is a powerhouse. I mean, they've got almost everything you'd want in a cricket team, in a T20 team. They have a batting lineup that's almost endless. And this Sunrisers team just came in and, they're just proving that, it's not about the names. It's just about the basics in cricket. You got to just hit top of off, keep it there, and put effort. Like Francois, you check, he even put a dive there after he bowled.
A bit of a comedy scene, but we have seen this with this turf. The middle is extremely hard, so you get good bounce, but it's easy to lose footing, especially with the quickies and with the unorthodox style of bowling that can happen easily. Now going for his last ball of the over. Big swing and a miss. Chapey putting his hand up almost to say, listen, how was that, Mr. Umpire?
Batters talking, strategizing. Tawanda telling, young man, look, I know you can hit a big one, but right now we just need to rotate. We just need to keep things going.
Big shot there. Looks to be in the cow corner region. Umpires indicating 4 runs. Brilliant shot, picked up on the short length. That's one of the things we have seen in the past, even with the previous years in Desert Ice. Don't bowl short, you're going to go fetch.
You can say that again. I mean, on this pitch, you don't want to be bowling that length. You want to keep it a bit fuller, a touch fuller. And I think maybe that was just a tester to check, can he pull? And I'm sure Armand has proven that now. You can see Francois' brain is working overtime. He's thinking, what am I going to do next? He's looking for wickets. He's not holding back. Beautiful run up. Smooth action. And that is leg stump out of the ground. What a wicket. Armand is sent packing. He hits a boundary. And Mr. number 10, Francois, gets 2 for 8 runs. It seems every time he goes for more runs, he gets the big wicket. Brilliant stuff from the Sunrisers team. Gobabis, they are under pressure. 4 wickets down now, 28 runs on the board. I hope they have someone at the back who can do the job, because right now the Central Sunrisers are just saying, you know what, you hit us for boundaries, we're just going to be aiming for the wickets, wicket to wicket. We'd like again to thank our sponsor Nedbank, our naming sponsor, making this whole event possible. This league is going to go on until August. We've got 8 teams participating. The 2 teams that you see on the screen now, that's the Central Sunrisers, Gobabis Bulls, the Run Whisperers, the Cricket Academy, youngest side in the event. CCD, one of the big powerhouses. The Green Mambas, who were in the semi-finals last year. We've got a new team in the mix, and that is Spur Warriors from Walvis Bay. And they used to be known as Sproed, but they're coming into the event as the Spur Warriors. It's brilliant stuff by the Sunrisers team. They're the new kids on the block. Quite a young side. They've got 2 international players. That's Mr. Sean Fisher and Vierpia Meiberg. Both players were in the World Cup, and we can't wait to see them bat. Janufari back from the city end. He had a brilliant last over, and let's see what he's going to bring to the table now. Vili, what do you think about that wicket? I mean, it was an in-swinging Yorker. Armand had no chance.
Yeah, it's actually astonishing to see that we're getting swing. The comment from both the captains was swing might not be hitting on this game. So yeah, but if that's the case, we only have some good things to look forward to with the next coming and upcoming games. If there's early morning swing, I mean, that is where we see the wickets blast. Like we have heard from local and international news, people want to see big hits, but there's a tendency that great bowling is also part of the game. And I think Sunrisers are showing this year.
Big hit. Big hit. Is it going over the boundary? And it's gone. Patience. Gobabis lacking patience. Second ball from Janufari. He gets the big wicket of Tawanda, United's Premier League batter. And he's gone.
Gobabis really in trouble now. Down 4 wickets. This is definitely 5 wickets, apologies. This is definitely not good for them. Luckily, they do have a deep batting lineup, but they'll have to consolidate here and just see what score they can put on the board.
Really, when it rains, it pours. And right now, I think there's like thunderstorms, cold front, everything in the Gobabis changing room. Yeah. This was not expected.
A bit of a, hiccup. I mean, it is definitely not raining runs. It's raining wickets at the moment for Sunrisers.
Vierpia Myberg speaking to the youngster. Look, buddy, you've gotten a wicket now. Just keep it there, please. Let's get this done and done with. Janufari checking his field, making sure the plan has been given by Vierpia Myberg will definitely work. Big batter on strike now. And that's a wide. NG on strike. Top batter from Gobabis.
Yeah, seeing the new batsman come in, he looks comfortable. Let's see how far he can try and see.
Is that a wicket? Wide. Trying to buy a wicket, but no. With the standard of umpires that we have now, it's not going to be that easy. Billy, what do you think about a review system next year?
Definitely on the boards. I mean, I think they've been asking this now in the last 2 years that we've been holding the tournament. A review system would definitely change things. We have seen in international review system is good, but it also slows down the game sometimes. And it helps the umpires to get out of a spot sometimes. But I think we're still a long way from that. With the quality umpires that we do have, I don't think that is the current need. But yes, definitely option in the future.
A couple of wides from this over. You can clearly see that the bowlers are chasing wickets. And at this stage, if they just get 5 more, and they're into bat. Good bowling. Just keeping it there on the money all day long. Good stuff from our under-19 youngster, Janufari.
Yeah, no, for sure. Janu with brilliant figures at the moment. Just needs to cut down on the extras, but I mean, it's now been a wicket in each over, if I'm not mistaken. Janu definitely bowling a very straight ball with a good line and length. Either the batsman needs to go over the top, as we have seen that foolish length working out for the Sunrisers at the moment. 2 of the batsmen going over the top and not reaching the boundary, and then obviously getting caught. 29 for 5, Nash. That's a bit of a difficult score at the moment for Gobabis Bulls.
You know, if they do manage to rotate strike from now until the 14th over, and they get to at least about a 70, and then they can back on their low order to maybe push up the score to about 120 by the end of this innings, I think that'll be better. But now Dennis is coming into ball, and Dennis is one of their best bowlers on this list, as I can see. He did very well in the Cricket Namibia League. He was bowling quite quick. His things are just, I think they should have, in the power play, the approach was right, but when they lost 2 wickets, they should have changed the whole game plan.
Yes, Nas. I think the strategic planning might be a bit lost in the first game, in the sense that you're always a bit of a jittery in your first game. So it could be that as well. But yes, coming back to Dennis, one of the great bowlers that we have in the tournament. I've also faced him once or twice. He's quite a difficult bowler to face. Sweetly cut down there for a single. Yes, that's what we want to see. Quick singles, just take the runs. Nash, I totally agree. I think 120 is still on the board for them. They've got more or less 12 overs left, 11.5. And just keeping heads is now what they need to do. Cool heads and just, try and rotate the scoreboard, like you said, with singles. Don't get too anxious. Rather try and test that in the last 3 to 4 overs.
You see, that is what I'm talking about. It's a quick outfield. If you just knock it around, it will be very difficult for the fielding side. You just need to be patient. And I think Gobabis got into this not really knowing what they're up against. This is a new side, the Central Sunrisers. And, in this event, usually the new sides end up taking all the money. Did you see what the Sharks did last year? That's Crick Gen.
Yes. Crick Gen flipped an amazing team last year. They played outstanding cricket. The final was one of the premier games that we had in the whole tournament. And I think the whole playoffs weekend was just brilliant. Getting back to Gobabis, I think everyone will have a better picture of the teams after this weekend. Each team playing one game this weekend, more or less. I think there's actually 2 teams not playing. I think it's the Run Whisperers that's sitting out this weekend. I can't now remember the other team, but yes. So I think after the first weekend, there would be kind of an idea how strong some of the teams are. And that would give you a better idea of the bowlers as well. We see that there's a bit of chopping and changing within the teams from last year. So a lot to learn.
CCD is the other team that's not playing this week. And I can see the captain sitting there in the corner. And he is watching. And he told me during the week that this is their year. They're going to take it this year. But I'm sure, Vili, you're not going to be agreeing with that, huh? The Green Mambas.
Yes, listen, there's a lot of good teams this year. And there's some national players that
that's a beamer.
Enormous in no ball. Umpire probably needing to give their yellow card for warning. Let's see what happens. Yes, listen, there's a few national and prem players that basically put up their hands to play in this format. Just to take you back, we're more or less exactly where we were last year. Youngsters are allowed to play 14 years and older. 2 prem players or 2 national players are allowed to play in each team. And then obviously the rest of the mix is what we call our local players. Some of them a bit village, some of them higher than the village. And then, there's a lot of people and a lot of players that say the standard has picked up from the first year up to now. So it's not village cricket anymore. This is what we like to call a premier state of cricket. It's not a national league yet, but this is definitely premier cricket at this stage. Nash.
Well, Vili, once there's money on the table, I think we can scratch out the village part. 50,000 up for grabs. Green Mambas wants to open a bar. Gobabis, I think they're going to go and buy maybe something to do with cattle. And I'm telling you, if the Run Whisperers wins this money, I don't see us playing next year.
My friend, I see this as a total open book this year. I don't think maybe by the first 2 weekends we've got an idea. But we have seen that tables can be turned quite quickly. Like I said, everyone wants to win the money, like you mentioned.
Viepia Myberg gets the ball. This young man bowled brilliantly against India in the World Cup. He's part of the national side. And is this pitch going to turn?
Oh, a bit of a wideish delivery there by Viepia.
That looked like a slider. It just kept going.
Yeah, just kept straight. No astonishing turn. Maybe that was his kind of an arm ball. Let's see. Would be interesting to see if he can get a bit of turn on this.
Brilliant action. Knock it around.
Again, bowling more or less into the line of the body. Quick singles. What did they actually take? 2 there?
That's good running from Gobabis. Looks like things are getting back together. The run rate has gone up. It was at 2. Now it's at 4. They just need to get through this over. They need to keep the board ticking. If they can play out Viepia Myberg, that's going to give them a great foundation to bat later in the innings. Oh, that's brilliant batting. Just playing into the turn, getting it on the leg side where the bigger gap is. I can see they've got a deep square out there. Cow corner is also out. There's a lot of space. Ones and twos.
Umpire not interested. Big appeal, but yes, pitching it just outside leg and trying to bring it in. Not a lot of umpires that's going to give that LBW, so a bit optimistic. Yes, Nash, they have to steal the singles. I see that they're currently on that 4 like you mentioned. Oh, that's a wicket.
Quality. That is quality. Really, did you see that? That was looked like a googly and just hit top of off.
Not much turn into that. He probably thought that was going to skid past the off stump. But that was brilliant. Got a bit of topspin on it. Normally higher than usual. This is unfortunately the quality that the national players and Prem players are bringing to the game. So when they're up, don't take chances.
Women cricketers are also in this event. You can see Arasta there in the background. She plays for the Namibian side, one of their top batters. She's helping out the Central Sunrisers team. It's good to see such diversity in each team. Youngsters, international pros. Then you got the veterans, Mr. Francois Fouché, you can see them in the screen, number 7. And Viepia Myberg, World Cup players.
I must say both these teams, if you look at the side from Francois and the side from Keith, both has got a very nice mixed team. They've got their higher standard players and then obviously Viepia there for the Sunrisers and then the youngsters. This is what we've always been trying to do. But with the quality also picking up, it becomes a bit of a decision making. And for that stake, we said, listen, our national women's and ladies players are allowed, but preferably we want younger players and for instance our junior players to be all 14 years and older, just for the risk of safety. Oh, that's brilliantly played. That looks like a veteran playing spin there.
You know, cricket has taken it has really changed from back in the day. Some of the scores that you see now in T20 cricket is just something you'd not even think of. And right now, I think this pitch is really testing the batters if they can plan around good bowling. And the pitch is not quick. It is turning a bit, as I can see on the screen. I think Gobabis needs to resort to plan B here.
Would be interesting to see a replay of that last ball. Almost looked like the Dusra turning the other way. Just missing the leg stump, so that missed everything between bat and pad, missing leg stump and then running down. What a brilliant over there by Viepia Myberg. Taking a wicket in that, and I think he only went for like 5 runs. Gobabis now creeping up to that 50. It's 40 for the loss of 6 after 10 overs. Really doing well. The run rate still struggling there on 4 per over. but rather consolidate and just keep that there for now and see that they can push in the last 5 to 4 3 overs.
Dennis back from the city end. He bowls a half volley. Down to Mudorf. Are they going to get two? It's tight. Batter makes it through. Good running.
Bit of unfortunate fielding there in the deep. Player just missing the ball. Batsman stealing that single there in the last one. Sunrisers really not loosening this noose that you have around the neck of Gobabis at the moment. Batting, bowling, everything is on a high quality at the moment. Gobabis finding it a bit difficult to get those 4s and 6s.
Pressure is on. Pressure is on. I just think Dennis should move his length back a bit. Hit that top of off. He's bowling a touch too full.
Oh, seems like that could be another no ball called by the umpires. Will that be a boundary? No. Jeez, but Sean is fast. Cutting that off again. Another 2 runs.
The Sunrisers have done a good job. They've closed off all the boundaries. All the easy runs are gone. Gobabis has to graft. And I mean, if they just use the space in the field, Willie, I mean, simple cricket will work today. And another day, I'm sure it won't work, because usually in this event, big sixes come on. Is that over the top? Oh, it doesn't go all the way. But 2 runs on the board.
You see, this is a bit clever from Gobabis. Taking 2s and 1s where you can is very important. Like I said, there might be a bit of nerves in the first game. So if you're not feeling confident going over the top or hitting that long 6s, push for those 2s and singles.
Dennis Grovemore end. A full banger. Is it going to be a run? A bit of confusion. How is that?
Long way in from my side. So yes, that was an easy one for our prestige umpires. Meneer Rist, they try to the duty to make the call. But as I've seen it on the screen, that looks like it's been at least a meter in. Good running, nonetheless. Might be that it was a bit of a weaker arm shying in that ball.
Hey, don't say that to Mr. Francois Fisher. He's a veteran.
One of the veterans.
He gave it his all. You can see him there at extra cover. He's not chuffed. He from his side, he's saying that should have been gone. And
I actually thought he would shy for the non-striker's end because that one was far out and a lot closer to him. So, yeah, direct hit was obviously then on the cards. And they've got some players in the deep to do some covering. But, yeah, quick decision. Still good running from Gobabis.
Nudges round the corner. Francois gets it. And that's the end of the over. For those who are just joining us, this is the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League. It's a big league that Nedbank has taken initiative in sponsoring, and it's powered by Pay Today. And our associate sponsors, we'd like to thank Auto House Windhoek, BDO, U-Track, Spur, Crazy Monkey, Supertronics, MR24, Muller Betting, Now Snell, Nambad Doc, Dr. Rita, Itungo, and Elo Optical. Without these sponsors, this event wouldn't have been possible, and it is aimed at development, getting all the players in one big bucket in the big race to getting 50,000 Namibian dollars.
Yes, Nash, just to kind of add to that, a very, very appreciated thanks to all those sponsors. They are the ones making this actually possible. And, you know, giving the opportunity for the development cricket, which we are actually aiming at. So yes, we hope we can foster long partnerships with them as well, and then see also how we can actually increase our development ideas that we have into our league.
Viapia Myberg, a quality delivery, pitches outside leg, batsman had no clue, turns past his outside edge, middle stump, middle peg. Too easy.
Jeez, Nash, what an outstanding ball by Viapia Myberg there. I mean, many a player wouldn't be able to play that, but yes, get the foot out to that. If you're not happy with the length, get your pad and your foot out to the front and just put your bat there. It needs to go past it to hit the wicket. Make the umpire think if there's any pad on it, just to get some kind of a chance. That was a brilliant, brilliant ball, to say nonetheless.
You need to be a well-paid batsman to face that. I mean, in the tail, you're not facing that. That is top-notch. The pace was good. The flight was quite flat, and it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the better spinner. Is it going to be Bernard Scholes, who's playing for the Run Whisperers, or is it Viapia Myberg?
Nash, at the moment, Viapia is looking good. I'm just saying, money on the man.
Well, Bernard Scholes is top 10 in the world right now. So we'll see. I'm sure he'll pack a good punch. Left arm offie. It's going to be interesting to see him here at United.
Gobabis really in trouble now. 50 for the loss of 7 after 11.2. They've got almost a complete 8 overs left. Almost 9 overs left. Nash, that's a bit, like I would say, throwing a bit of too much bat at the ball at the beginning, and then running the risk now to lose even all their wickets before the overs are done.
Well, this young man who's just gotten in, he's one of the top players in the under-19s. Treka Swart is actually an opening batsman, but now it's coming down the order. I think it was a plan that maybe if the Sunrisers team use all their top guns at the start, maybe they still have a power hitter there in the back.
Great forward defensive there by NG. That's what I'm saying. If the bowler is keeping you a bit backed and you're not good with and happy with the length, just get that pad out there. There's no short catches set up, so it would all come down to the wicket keeper trying to heave that square of the wicket, bit of a top piece of the bat hitting the ball, so not a lot of power into that.
Googly. I picked that.
Well played in the end and well bowled.
Good planning. I mean, you can see with Viapia, the way he's planning is over. He's waiting for you to do something. Once you change, he's got a plan for everything. And I mean, I think that's what makes them the best in Namibia, one of the best leggies we have.
We have also seen Mr. Pokkel now playing for the Green Mambas in this tournament. He's also a nice leg spinner. So I think there's a few quality national players putting their hands up, especially in the spinning league. I see that there's 1 or 2 of the quickies also playing for some of the teams. I think Mr. Ben Shikongu is also at the Green Mambas, but not playing this weekend. Having his birthday there yesterday. Congratulations, Ben. I hope you enjoyed the birthday yesterday.
I think the Green Mambas just played CCD dirty there. How could you buy their captain? I mean, that is just not okay. And they never gave anyone a heads up. We just saw on the list, Nico Lofty-Eaton is going to be opening the batting with Yevia Juniors, who was also stolen from the Run Whisperers team. What is Green Mambas up to?
Who doesn't want to play for the Snakes?
Who doesn't want to play for the Snakes? We've got a Rasta, fast bowler, premium fast bowler from the women's side. She has a good start there. Dot ball. Ball goes straight to Francois Fischer. There you can see him in the screen with white sleeves. He's going to be part of the over 40s team that's going to the West Indies.
Yes, they've got a nice tour coming up, I think, later in the year. Is it later this year or early next year. I think it's later this year.
It's later this year, yeah.
And they're still in the process of getting some funds together. So for any of the big companies out there listening and you maybe want to help the over 40s, they're still acquiring some funds to do their tour. Arranging these things are never cheap and easy. So there's a lot of behind the screens things going on. And I think they would be very happy if there was some kind of outsider stepping up again and helping a bit where they can.
Definitely, Vili. I mean, what a good ball. Top of off. Is the run out? Great fielding.
Oh, brilliant fielding there. Really nice of Sunrisers. They're using all their bowlers now. We see Arasta, one of their ladies in the team, getting a bowl and doing quite well.
One thing I've seen in this tournament is the slower bowlers actually tend to do better than the faster bowlers, because most of these players are playing Premier 1, Premier 2 cricket, and they're used to fast bowling and they're used to things happening quickly. So it's almost like when the ball's a little bit slower, especially from Arasta, you've got almost too much time to think and then mess it up.
Apologies there, 50 up for Gobabis already in the previous ball, but well done to them. They've hit that mark. Let's see if they now can get to 50 to 100. Arasta really bowling well here. 4 dots in the over, only 1 of it. Yes, Nash, I totally agree with your previous comment. A lot of the players, even Division 1 and Division Prem players, and then officially Prem 1 and National, used to a lot quicker bowling. So when things tend to get really slow, they struggle, especially with timing and hitting the ball over the top. Hubab is now stealing those singles, which is good for them. 7 overs left.
$52 runs on the board, 7 wickets gone. 13 overs. Jeepers. This is... I'm even feeling the pressure. I don't know if the players are feeling the pressure, but just watching, this is a big mess. But if Drika stays in, with NG, we saw that NG is staying in. He's knocking it around. He knows the plan. 10 runs from 18 balls. Yeah, strike rate is not the best, but it will work for now. But Drikas, on the other hand, knowing what he can bring in, is that out? No. Oh. Very close. Good bowling by Jaconia. One of the youngsters he was also from CCD. It's good to see him bowling. A couple of offies. That a reverse sweep does not work. But good thing. As I was saying, Drickers just needs to hang in there and hit a couple more bombs like that, because that is a massive 6. First boundary.
We've seen
in this game.
Drickers do this in the league format as well. He's one of the performers. He always goes big. Not a guy to sit there and wait too long to go for his 6 and 4s. He is also a powerful lad. He's got a dangerous bouncer ball as well, a shorty. So yes, brilliant shot there by Drickers.
If he can give a couple of more like that, get to 100, then we can make a total. Jaconia from the city end. A bit faster through the air. Seems like this youngster knows how Drickers operates. Oh, Mr. Umpire. Good thinking. And you can see the variations. I'm really enjoying the spin bowlers from the Sunrisers team. They're not keeping it simple. They keep changing it up, keep the batsman guessing.
Yes, this is a lot quicker than Viepia was bowling. This is like a skiddy spin almost. And there was a floater in between. Let's see the next. Yeah, that's a bit of a floater. The previous one was definitely then the arm quicker one.
Brilliant bowling from Jaconia. A couple of wides, but he's keeping it together. Is that gone? No, it's not. Almost
Short
gets
ball
top
should
of
have gone
middle.
to the boundary, Nash.
Unlucky. But the Sunrisers will be happy with that. 8 runs from the over. It was a better over for the Gobabis team. Gobabis Bulls. 60 runs for the loss of 7. Arasta is back.
Do you have internet? Quickly go on to pay today. Gobabis Bulls heading to that 100. Then now 60 for the loss of 7. Drickus and NG now standing quite a while. Already partnership of 30 balls. Just 17 runs of it, but surely we can see conditions is maybe not that easy. Oh, what a shot over the top. Is that a straight drive? 2 fielders crossing. Going for 2. Easy running, easy running. That's really safe cricket there from Gobabis. Just going over the top. And then obviously sparking to run.
Big hit. Over the top. 6 runs. Hits the advertisement board. And the Gobabis team is ecstatic. They really like that one. 68 runs. Now on the board. It's ticking. The board is ticking.
That's the second 6 in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Now 1 for Drickus and 1 for NG, hitting the last one. We want to see more of that.
Arasta slows it down. They nudge it round the corner. It's a single. This is great batting. 3 balls and they've already scored 9 runs. Much better. You can see that the batters have sort of got the pace of the wicket now. Odrik has tried to steal a single. He doesn't get it. Arasta she just needs to keep her cool. I know she has gone for a boundary, but that shouldn't change her length. Oh, big swing. Is it going to go past the fielders? Oh, what a great dive. Good stop there by Sean Fisher. Brilliant stuff. One of the senior players of the Sunrisers team. He's not letting it go.
Stop that just in time of the boundary. The glass is actually falling off and hitting the rope, but luckily that does not contend as a fall. You have to touch it. Bit of a hack there around the corner. Running down to a deep kind of square point, square leg, and they take a single. Getting back to our main sponsors, Nedbank, and then Pay Today, Avo. Pay Today, the new Pay Today is here. Connect with your Pay Today. Pay Today is your go-to mobile payment solution, offering seamless ways to pay friends, receive payments, shop, buy airtime and electricity, pay for parking, and so much more. Discover the convenience and flexity of Pay Today today. Transform your everyday transactions. Pay Today offers secure platform with advanced features, biometrics, 3D securement payments, card tokenization, user access security, and 2-factor authentication. Pay Today is basically your new wallet. Access a broad range of business and services with them with ease.
Really, I should say that was quite good. That was brilliant. Pay Today needs to employ you.
Pay Today is actually our main transaction partner. We're trying to do all our transactions through them, and we're trying to promote Pay Today through all of our services.
That was much better.
This is a bit confident batting, I would say, by the Gobabis pair here at the middle now. Just taking that odd ball, not trying to really hit everything over the top, not getting too loose, but still stealing those singles, or I would say take those singles.
We can see Dricker's plan against Viapia. He's done waiting. He's saying if Viapia bowls in the slot, I'm taking him on. And I think that's a very good mentality from the youngster. Oh, what a shot. He goes straight. Doesn't go over the boundary. But that was a good shot. A brilliant straight drive. Seems like they're scoring in Viapia Marburg's overs now. This is much better batting. I mean, if they had started like this. Brilliant. They got 4 from the over. They just need 2 more runs and they would have gotten their 6. And I think that's okay against a player of this class. Oh, big
shot. That is one mighty heave there.
And goes across the road for a maximum. What a shot.
Trick is picking that up as if it is nothing. What a brilliant shot. That is probably the biggest 6 we've seen today. Loosening those arms. Dricker's now on 19 from 20. Very good.
10 runs off this last over of Viapia Marburg. He won't be happy with that. But Gobabis would definitely be happy with that one. 5 runs.
Just getting back to Pay Today. Pay Today Business. Discover all the new features today. Advertise your business on the app. Manage your products there. Add users to the business profile. Sell vouchers. Send payment requests. Today is the day. Register your company on Pay Today and make all your payments seamless and easy.
Sean Fisher from the Grovemore end. Namibia's finest batter now with the ball. Yorker.
Fuller length. Brilliant bowling from Sean there. This can almost be called as the depth overs. This is where you tend to see the batsman open up a bit more. So going a bit shorter or just a half volley is going to get you in trouble. For sure, opting there for a fullish, almost Yorker length.
Only 3.5 overs left. Gobabis needs to get a move on. 40 runs from now would get them to 120. 50 runs from now, 130. Maybe they need to get, maybe they should just rent out Glenn Maxwell, get him on a plane, and get a couple more 6s in there. That looked like a slow ball cutter.
Luckily not to get that called a wide. Batsman coming down the wicket and then obviously changing the line and length of what the bowler was thinking. Brilliant bowling by Sean here. I must say he's looking to do some unorthodox line and length. Not something that I would advise my bowlers to do. That's exactly what I was talking about.
What a brilliant shot. 4 runs. Good stuff from Gobabis. They bring it back. Almost in their 90s. What a Yorker. Better fielding.
Quick fielding and a shy there at the stumps. Still stealing a single. Great running. Overall, some brilliant play there.
Another dot ball. 6 runs off the silver. Gobabis will take it. 3 overs left. 88 runs on the board. Vili, what do you think is going to be the end score in this? What's going to be competitive for Gobabis to defend?
We've played here against United, obviously not this team. And we were chasing 146. It was difficult, but with the kind of quality batsmen some teams do have, I think 120 is still defendable. It is not a high score, but I would more or less look in the region of 140, 150 on this pitch. If you need to defend that and then have something to bowl at, I would say, because it doesn't give you a lot of room to make mistakes when you're just defending 120. Even singles is just winning the game.
Looking at the state of the conditions, I mean, the ball is nipping around. I don't know if it'll do the same thing later on during this game. But surely, I think if you replicate the way these guys are fielded and bowled, 110 might be competitive.
But unfortunate there, ball maybe stayed a bit low, otherwise hitting the bat at the bottom of the bat and just going past JP, the wicketkeeper, running down for 4. Yes, Nash, like I said, the opening games will definitely tell us something more. I think we're all new to this pitch in this league, and then obviously to see exactly what is a good score on this pitch is still to be determined.
Draker's really doing it for his team. He has gotten a 4, bowler runs away, 5 wides, 9 runs from just 1 delivery. Good stuff, Draker's.
This is very good for Gobabis. The scoreboard is ticking up closer to that 100. They've got basically 2.8 overs or 2.5 overs left to get to that 100 mark, and then maybe try and see if they can head up to 120, 130, possibly.
I'm telling you, Willie, 120 will be a lot of runs on this pitch. And it is getting cold now. I can see you wearing your jacket. I should have brought mine.
One has to remember the Sunrisers sitting with one of the best batsmen that our country has seen, Sean Fisher, on their side.
And Viapia Myberg.
And Viapia, so the opening pair is definitely not going to stick around and watch the game.
What a shot. Is that going over the top? Dennis under the ball. What a catch. Drickers is sent packing.
Just top edge there a bit. Very unfortunate there for Drickers. Did try and go for the big heave. Boundaries are a bit larger, but wider than the first and second division are used to. So we see this in all the Premier games and then obviously national games that we're trying to push the lines, make it more difficult to get those 6s and 4s. We want the bigger 6s.
So, Willie, tell us about the 2 boundary concept that is going to be in the playoffs.
Yes,
I hear there might be a 12. You can hit a 12 or something like that.
Yes,
I'm really confused.
We wanted to bring it into the whole league, but it would be difficult. Managing it, it's quite a difficult task. So heading up to our playoff weekend and our finals. So we're basically going to have and try and strategize and implement this in the last 3 games. We're basically going to have 2 ropes around the field, one for 6s and 4s, and then one for 12. And so that's the idea. We're going to have a red and a normal boundary rope, and then obviously the red one would be then 12 runs on the board for the playoffs and final.
That is very interesting.
I don't think this has been done in the world before. So this is always where Impact Cricket and the Desert Ice is leading. I think they're also thinking of new ideas how to make even the upcoming and tournaments more fun, and how always to keep 20 cricket, kind of the Premier League cricket that you want, or the top echelon cricket, and then thinking of new ways to make it fun and make it enjoyable, and then obviously to attract even more prestigious players.
Funny enough, what I've really seen over the years is national players do make a difference, but you see that most of your French players are actually the ones that get everything going. You can see here with the batting lineup of Gobabis, it was the youngsters who brought most of the runs on the board.
True.
Because all the other teams, once they see the national player in, they make sure that they're bowling the best ball. then they sort of take breathers against the other bowlers. Gobabis is in now, one of Gobabis' biggest hitters. This one hits big sixes. I hope we see a couple now.
I think Gobabis there just a bit late on that first ball. Oh, brilliant. Oh, amazing fielding by Rasta. Diving to a right hand, stopping that ball. Definitely going for 4. Brilliant.
That was great timing by Gobabis. Arasa just getting a hand to it. That's brilliant stuff. Ruan Conradi going for his second last delivery. Big swing. Is it going over the top? Is it going over the top? Not the best. Best of fielding there in the deep. And they managed to run 2. That was a big swing.
I think that's an opportunity missed on the boundary. But like I said, they don't need to worry too much. Gobabis now just hit that 100 runs for the loss of 8. Really did well to get out of that spot of bother where they were 30, almost 40 for the loss of 5.
Brilliant running. Good stuff. They finished the over with 11 runs. Even though they lost 1 wicket, they still got the board to tick. And that is 101. We'd like again to thank our main sponsor, Nedbank, sponsoring the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League, powered by Pay Today, your go-to payment system. You can basically do a lot of stuff with Pay Today. I mean, you can pay electricity, you can pay for fuel, you can get vouchers on that.
Yes, a lot of businesses now on this. I regularly use Pay Today, especially at my fuel station. I pay my petrol. And it's kind of easy to just walk in, and do the payment so long on your phone while another customer is being helped. So this is always the nice and kind of easy way that Pay Today is bringing to the table.
Good single, just digs out the Yorker, puts it in a pocket. NG has batted well, and I think he has been the backbone of the Gobabis batting lineup today. He came in at number 6, and since then he has just kept the board ticking. He's sitting on 24 from 27. No big shots. He's just knocking it around, hanging around there, and trying to get everyone to bat around him. Big swing, edge. Third man is there. Are they going to get 2? He's running back. Will he make it? And that is 4 runs. It looks like the risks that Gobabis is taking now are paying off. Gobabis will be happy with that, sitting on 5 runs off 3 balls.
I'm going to ask them to move the book of this stuff because they didn't want to sponsor us.
Yeah. Big swing. Will they get a single? Not when Yanu is there. Great fielding the covers there. Good bowling by Sean. Keeping it together. Keeping the composure. If Gobabis can find 2 sixes from somewhere.
Must say that Impact Cricket logo on the right-hand shoulder of the Sunrisers team looks brilliant. Big shot. Will they be turning for 2? No, yes, no. Deciding against it. Just one quick single.
He didn't get all of that one. But I think that was in the slot. That was supposed to go short.
Again, big hands out there to Nambat Doc, supplying all the kits for the Desert Ice League. Kits looking brilliant. Sean just fits into that like a machine. Even the shoes are color-coded.
He was ready. He was ready. I think he got the memo. He got a match. Oh, what a ball. Middle stump, middle peg, out the ground. You can see the keeper. He's not that... he's not shocked. I mean, this is a regular thing by players of such a standard.
Sean doing really well. Taking the one away from him, one away, and then bringing the one in. Seems like Sean has got a big plan here with his bowling. Putting some kind of a score there for Gobabis on the board. I think there's another ball left in the over, and then 1 over. Gobabis will definitely push to reach that 120.
You can see the replay there. That was a quality delivery. The batter had no clue. He was expecting the Yorker, but it was bowled so well that it just went through the gate. Wow. You can see the emotion. But I mean, he did play a big part. NG did play a very big part in this Gobabis innings. He's 24, I think was worth the 50. Another Yorker. Durkee, one of Gobabis bowlers.
That matter. That's right. Bright minds, bold opinions, and a touch of morning magic. This is your daily dose of energy. So grab a cup and join in on the conversation every weekday morning at 8 o'clock with Smell the Coffee, hosted by Diana Master and Aina Raisa Quayo.
Stories. Henriette Lambrach in Germany Daddy speel hierdie stories. Soms met 'n vonkel in die oog, soms met 'n traan uitspeel. NTV se leefstylprogram van die jaar. Moenie jou weeklikse afspraak misloop nie. Elke Vrydag aand om 8uur net op NTV op DStv kanaal 285 of op GoTV kanaal 25. Of jy kan ons vang op oneup2.com of op YouTube. Gaan net na NTV Afrikaans en moenie vergeet om elke dag op Uitspeel se Facebookblad te gaan loer nie. Ons bring vir jou die interessantste stories en brokkies van oor Namibië.
Knatsie koffie. Wat 'n mooi woord, knatsie koffie. En nee, hier's op Uitspeel. Op Uitspeel.
Uitspeel, jou speelmaat.
What happens when the cameras stop rolling, the lights go down, and the real stories come out? This is Real Spill, your front row seat into the real stories behind Namibia's creative powerhouses. From music and fashion to film and art, we sit down for honest, unfiltered conversations with the minds shaping our culture. On Real Spill, we don't just talk success, we talk struggle, vision, and everything in between. It's the story behind the story, straight from the source. Catch Real Spill every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25. Don't just watch the spotlight, get the story behind it. With me, Esther Kamati.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises. From artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
Ons afspraak elke Vrydag aand, dit is 7:30 in die tonnel. Lekkerte van in die tonnel is ons gesels met die sportman en die sportvroue wat op die sportveld opstap en opdraf. Praat met die afrigters. Ons kundiges wat saamgesels, soos MW Welman van Megafoon Sport, Mike Potgieter, kundige op die rugbyfront. Dis lekker saamgesels. Ons hoor wat sê almal, wat kan die naweek gebeur? Is almal gesond en wie word gekies? Dit is Saterdag se aksie, Sondag se aksie, maar nie net internasionaal nie. Ons kyk ook wat in Namibië gebeur. Lekker saamgesels. Vrydag aande, ons gesels saam, 7:30 in die tonnel.
Welcome back to the first game of the Desert Ice T20 League 2016. I was about to say 2016. We're in 2026. Nash, way. I've got with me here, I've got Potty, who is the captain of the CCD Tigers. Potty, welcome.
Thank you, Nash. Thank you for having me here today. It's a lovely day, lovely weather. Good day for some good cricket.
I saw you in the corner there. You were spying Hawkeye, watching all the action that was happening today, and I had to drag you out. What do you think about this so far? What do you think about the game so far?
It's a good game. I think this morning when I woke up, I thought, no man, Gobabis got this. But Sunrisers started off very good. They restricted Gobabis to a good score. So, yeah, I think it's chaseable. I think they can do it.
Well, I was there at the pitch with Brian, and we just had a bit of a chat. There's a lot of cracks on that pitch, and I just got a bit of feedback from their players that it is turning. There is a lot of movement. Bowlers are getting a lot of pitches out of the pitch. But you know, the thing with cricket is conditions do change as you go throughout the day. I'm sure you know that as a player. And I don't know if 120 is competitive. Viopia Meyerberg has opened the batting with was that Franz of Fischer. Viopia Meyerberg has played World Cups for Namibia, and I'm sure you'll know how to go about this. The last World Cup was in Sri Lanka, isn't it?
India, wasn't it?
Is it India? Yeah, but I think
India
conditions of it is India and Sri Lanka. Conditions might be very similar, so it's going to be interesting to see how he goes about this. The opening bowler looks like it's Tawanda. He has played for the Zimbabwean development team, and he has played a lot of first class.
And just as my words weren't called, another wide is bowled.
I think it's the first game Jet is getting to the bowler. Very, very good bowler, Willem.
I also see, I think it is Johan Engelbrecht, one of the youngsters in the Gobabis team here with the number 12 on his back. Good to see Gobabis also using one of the youngsters. Youngster Engelbrecht playing really well this season in the Division 1 cricket with Gobabis. I actually think they won the league. Yes, they did won the league. So, and I think this is basically the same team that they're using here.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like the same team to me as well. Yeah, it's good to use the same people, the same team for different competitions. Yeah, you get to know each other well enough, and I think that's what makes them a very good team. Beginning of the tournament, this was one of the favorite teams to look out for.
Definitely, as the runner-up to the finals, they are definitely one of the teams that will have to be watched and kept an eye on. Bit of loose bowling now by Willem. I haven't seen this a lot from him, so maybe also a bit pressure on him, trying to do too much with the ball. trying to get that wicket and rather just bowl as usual.
Yeah, that was a better ball. I think he's finding. I think he's finding his feet now.
Pierre Mayberg totally squared up there by the bowler. He's got a very aggressive setup to the wicket. He's almost walking over to off stump when he's receiving the ball. So, well, let's see if we can see that again on the cam shot. Pierre Mayberg almost closing down all the stumps, non-visible to the bowler, obviously, when they're bowling. Maybe this is a strategy to get those wides coming.
Oh, what a ball from...
Brilliantly bowled there by Willem Lottering. Ball just clipping the top of the stumps, flying over the keeper. What a ball, taking out one of the best in the country. Well done, Mr. Willem Lottering. First wicket is up.
That was a very good ball, clipping the top of off. Unfortunate for VP Mayberg.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a replay.
Just sneaking that down.
Ball just seaming away from him. Not really an outswing, it just hit the wicket really hard and then came off the seam just a bit, like mentioned by Potty, clipping top of off. What a ball. Most people would be in trouble with that. But also I think the aggressive line that VP used there might be the undone of himself, because he's not opening himself to play it to the offside, looking to play too many shots to the leg side, squarish of the wicket, and that would always close him off, like we would call in proper cricket terms, opening him like a can of worms, squaring him up completely.
New batsman in for Sunrisers is Ruan Conradi. It's actually the captain of the team's son. So it's nice to see father and son also playing this competition.
Nice of you to mention that, Potu. We have seen it in the past. I think the last 2 years there's been 2 or 3 of these dad-son, father-son combinations. So very good to see one somewhere in the first game in our competition.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
it's very good. Yeah, Ruan also had a brilliant spell with the ball in the first innings, so let's see if he can...
I have faced this Armand lad. I think he also played franchise cricket yesterday, the Namibian Franchise League. Really a good bowler, very pinpoint with line and length, and he's got a very quick ball for a spinner, so it's difficult always to read the flight. And that is a catch! Short mid-off, or was it a bump ball? Let's have a look. It's called a no ball. The wicket isn't standing. How unfortunate is that? That's a bit of controversy now going on the pitch. Can't be called out because it was already signaled. So yeah, a bit of frustration there all round, I think, and optimism. But umpire's not going to see that line and length, and he's got it. There was already a called back and no ball shown. There was no attempt for a run, so it could not be a run out on the ball. And that is a catch. Short mid-off, or was it a bump ball? Let's have a look. They need to go the full length. The wicket isn't standing. To be a run out, as I have it. No ball called run. Trying to take advantage there of the free hit. Ball just skying up, but Sunrisers running through for a quick single. Another no ball called by the umpire. This is surely the bowler's hand hitting the wicket as I see it. That's the second time Mr. Rist, one of our umpire association umpires, picking up the bails, putting it back. Definitely showing us proper rules attendance, and then obviously taking note of exactly what's going on. Well spotted there. 3 in a row. This is not good for Gobabis. First a no ball, second no ball, then called a wide.
Still a free hit. Straight underground. Well stopped. I think they only went through for 2 runs. Very good. Good running from the Sunrisers.
Bit of sloppy there by Armand. That might be his undone. Speaking on his hand, he's normally very efficient and very good in the field and as a bowler. Fourth extra in the over. Well, if you look at it in that sense,
Yeah.
the 5th run of a extra in this run, in this over. Oh, and coming back strongly is Armand, taking a wicket. Umpire lifting the finger for LBW. This is very good for Gobabis. They needed those 2 first quick wickets. Seems like the pitch could be difficult, Potty.
Yeah, especially when the spinners are bowling. Good job from Armand getting his wicket. Unfortunate for the first one, that was a no ball, but he got his man.
Brilliant appeal there by Armand. Ball hitting very low on the pad, hitting just between off and middle, probably carrying on to hit middle and leg. Good decision, good call there by the umpire.
New batsman to the crease is Sean Fisher, one of our Premier League players and one of the top batsmen in the country. He actually won Cricketer of the Year for his club this past week. So yeah, let's see if he can continue to build.
Keep still prolonging this aggressive field setting that he has, and it shows. I mean, that could have been an easy single maybe against the Sunrisers through to the cover regions, but immediately there's a fielder very short in. Obviously you've got risks, but this is definitely all why Keith is prolonging this dangerous field setting, or very pushing field setting, is to try and cut out those singles. Armand finishing his over there with a dot ball, doing really well. Just needs to cut back on those extras. Hopefully his captain will give him another over to see what he can do further on.
86 runs needed from 15 overs. With a required run rate of 5.7, they are currently sitting on 6.7.
Yeah, the required rate, like you mentioned, Potty, it's still hovering there in the region of 6. It's just gone below it, then a bit above it, then below it again. Not really getting out of hand for Gobabis to try and defend, but also not getting out of hand for the Sunrisers to reach. I think they just need to stick to what they're doing at the moment. Again, you can see there, great fielding there in the covers. That is why Keith is prolonging this very, very attacking field setting. Very optimistic to have no one square of the wicket on the point area. So the line and length is ball on the wicket, don't give him any room. Dis ook dalk hoekom die wide so hoog is. Is hierdie die beter een of die slegter een?
Ek weet nie, ek dink dit is die
Is middel
is die middel een, ja. Ek dink dit is Weet jy ons het semies ook gespeel in daai bietjie. Teen Chris man.
Slower ball there by Willem. You could immediately see that came a bit loopy out of the hand. Willem now mixing it up a bit. Already a much better over than his previous overs. 4 dots in a row. This is again putting pressure a bit back onto Sunrisers. But with 6 runs required run rate now, that's not a lot of pressure. So let's see if Gobabis now can turn the screw to make it even more difficult.
Another dot ball from Willem. Great bowling.
Must say luck also needs to be on your side. Sometimes batsmen trying to cut that a bit or hook that a bit of square of the wicket, going straight to the gully region, and they've got a, like I mentioned, attacking field. So there's no single if that can be directly picked up by the fielder. Looks to be a very, very good over for Gobabis. Maybe a bit of hesitancy there in the field by Johan Engelbrecht. Trying to attack the ball there at the end, couldn't pick it up cleanly. Maybe had a chance if he could shy underarm to the stumps, but Sunrisers run through for a single. Maiden was on the cards there, Potty.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get Francois, who said, not today.
Outstanding cricket by the two teams today. It's always difficult to play the opener game. Everything is new. You have to get used to the ball that's being used, the pitches. Also, you know, you're not certain about the team that you're playing against. There's no scouting as such beforehand, so everything is kind of new and polished at the start. So I must say I can even see this from the bigger players, Francois Foucher and VP Mayberg, that were in. A bit of a hesitancy to go big. I'm not sure of what needs to be done and what needs to be achieved. And then also a bit hesitant when it comes to taking on those bigger shots. Great fielding by Keith there. Cleanly picked up and shied, but opposed to that, great running by Sunrisers. That's actually just a normal steal single. For everyone tuned in, this is the opening game of the Desert Ice T20 Challenge, the 2026 season, brought to you by our main sponsors Nedbank, Pay Today and Avo.
Hello, Vili. What did I miss?
A lot. 2 wickets going. Willem Lottering bowling. One dreamer to Viepia Mayberg, clipping just top of off. Potty helping me out there just to see that. Potty's got a sharp eye. But I must say, from my side and from Potty's side, the Gobabis team kind of a bit of their own undoing or undone. They are bowling way too much extras. If you look at the previous overs, Willem just in the previous over came back, almost had the chance of bowling a maiden. So, but I must say that the first, you could call it 5 overs, was a bit hectic. Too many extras for Gobabis. They could have already brought back a lot. And a brilliant catch. Is it taken? Yes.
What a catch. Wow.
Is that Tonde or is it Tawana?
That is the wonder. What a catch.
What a diving catch.
Jeepers.
And another wicket goes begging for Sunrisers, or goes down for Sunrisers. This is what we wanted to see.
3 wickets down.
I did call this to Potty as well. Seems like the pitch is just sticking a bit. My early morning call was maybe spot on. I would say it's going to work for the spinners and pace bowlers. It would be a bit sticky. So it seems like it's doing that. Obviously, afterwards we can ask the the players to give a bit feedback, but from my side and from my point of view, it seems like the batsman is not getting the timing 100% correct.
I think this pitch is more of a strike rotation pitch. You don't want to rush yourself in this. If you just knock it around, face all the overs, 120 in 20 overs, I think they're going at a good run rate. They're on par. Gobabis just need to squeeze in and get a couple more wickets. And I mean, Armand really is bowling where he should be bowling. Looks like I got a new batsman in, and that is the opening bowler of the Sunrisers team, Yanu Fari. He joins Mr. Sean Foucher. Sean Foucher plays for Namibia. He is one of the international players for the Sunrisers team. First ball through the gate. Oh, almost gets off stump. Not bad bowling at all. And that is over up. A brilliant over there by Armand. He only goes for 3 runs, one of them being a wide. And he gets a wicket in his second last ball. We'd like again to thank our sponsors, Nedbank, powered by Pay Today. This is the Nedbank T20 League. This is the 4th season, and it's getting better and better. The Gobabis Bulls are being sponsored by BDO, who's their main sponsor. It's also great to see them looking so clean and sharp. Those kits are nice. Willie, which kit would you go for between these two teams?
I must say, I like the light blue and orange. It stands out a lot. It's flashy, if you can call it that. Nothing to take away from the Gobabis Bulls team kit. I must say, I'm also a fan of red. But between the two, I would definitely choose the blue one. I mean, I've got 2 blue buckies, so that is my preferred color.
Which team do you think is going to take this one?
It's early to say. I think the Sunrisers has got a bit of pressure now on them. 40 for the loss of 3. Suddenly they need 80 of the last 12. That can also change up a bit.
Big hit. Out of the park. Don't bowl there, son.
Just as I said that, it's Dirkie bowling way too short to Foucher. He will never ever just nudge that around the corner, quicked up too quick. As I mentioned, Dirkie is announced and known for his shorter ball. Captain will have to talk to him to get that fuller, definitely. Otherwise, there's going to be a few 4s and 6s flying.
Just a punch by Sean Foucher. Doesn't get anything from it, but he looks very composed. Doesn't look like he has any pressure. He knows that it's not a lot of runs on the board that they're chasing. So they have enough time to get their eye in. Dirkie from the Grovemore end. He goes Yorker. Point covers nicely. I mean, the standard of fielding that we've seen today, Vili, I should say I'm very surprised. Some of these players, if you look at their ages and the dives they're putting out there, I wonder if Mr. Foucher is going to wake up tomorrow morning. He was throwing himself around. He got a couple of catches. Some brilliant stuff.
I sent you a WhatsApp. Please send that to the link. Please send that to the link. Quickly send the WhatsApp. Turkey coming back strongly. 1 no ball, a 6, 3 dots, and then a single. It's looking a bit better. Gobabis worked hard now to get that to just above 6, the required run rate. They should not let the rope slack now too much. They've got Sunrisers a bit under pressure here, so they need to put that on again. Keep that pressure. Oh, what a single there. Brilliant, brilliant call there by Francois Fouchier. Sean Fouchier. Calling through that single immediately. And Janu, one of the youngsters, quicker than his opposing captain. But yes, doing well to take a quick single there.
And now Sean Fouchier will face the free hit from Derky. Is this going to be a big one? Oh, big swing. That's a very good ball from Derky. He goes block hole. Sean still digs it out and goes for 4. Seems like it's going to change his bat. 49 runs for loss of 3.
Did you send that to the broadcasting group?
Looks like Tawanda gets another over. He should be going in for his 3rd over now. They really, really need wickets right now. 53 for the loss of 3 wickets as a Central Sunrisers team. The new team on the block looking to get their first win, get a good start to the tournament. Gobabis being last year's favourites, they've had a bit of a sloppy start. But I mean, things can change from now. If Tawanda pulls off a couple of Jeffers, if we get into the tail, and if they manage to get Mr. Sean Fouchier out, I'll keep calling him Francois Fouchier, Sean Fouchier out, I'm sure they'll have a very good chance in winning this game. It's got quite a long run up for a spinner. Tawanda comes in quite skiddy. Oh, well bowled. You can see the ball curving into the batter there. He's getting a lot of drift in.
Yeah, bringing their openings bowler back into the attack is probably a strategic move to see if he can't get a quick wicket here on. Oh, the opportunity missed there. If there was a clean pickup, there was trouble. Nonetheless, single steers stolen by Sunrisers. I think call coming from Francois and Sean, and not from Janu. Living dangerously at the moment, Sunrisers. They can't really afford to lose another wicket. That would put the pressure definitely more in their corner than Gobabis.
Oh, that one goes wide. You can see the plan that Tawanda has against Sean there. He's tried to angle it in. Maybe get purchase after it pitches and hopefully hit middle and off. But I haven't really seen much turn in this pitch. I haven't seen a lot of movement for the spinners. It's more of drift that is helping. If you saw Viepe Myberg's overs, he was getting more of the ball straightening after pitching, and that angle was sort of deceiving the batsman which line to play. That's another single there by Sean Fouchier. He sits on 13 runs off just 10 balls. Not a bad strike rate. Current run rate is 6.59. Gobabis needs wickets now. Oh, top-notch shot. Is it going to be a run out? A good running there by the Sunrisers batters. That's a very good line. And that's the end of Tawanda's over. He goes for 4 runs with 1 extra. Central Sunrisers just nudging it around. It's the 9th over there on 57. Looking to keep it cool. If they keep their wickets, there's going to be an easy game, Villy.
Yeah, like I mentioned, another 1 or 2 quick wickets for Gobabis would definitely put the pressure very, very much to the corner of Sunrisers. I don't know how deep their batting goes, and like I said, previously mentioned, it's kind of a opener for everyone. So everyone's coping, everyone checking out the game. We've seen that Potty's here looking at the two sides, watching the cricket, seeing who's performing, what is happening. Maybe there's another 1 or 2 that we don't know around the field, also checking out the game and just trying to, take some basics back from this and see what is waiting for them.
Drika Swat bowls a short one. He's lucky that didn't go. Went away with... He was lucky there. Very lucky.
I do think the ball sticked a bit to the pitch. You saw that the bat came through very early, and the swing might have...
He overcompensates on that one.
What a pickup and what a shy. Brilliant overall cricket there. Might have been in trouble if it hit the wicket directly.
Geez, Sean was really ready for this event. He knew the team colors. He brought the right shoes with a bit of orange there. I'm just looking. I just like the way he looks. Look at the pads. Just a darker shade of blue. He doesn't want it all light. Just a darker shade of blue to keep things correct. And then with a little armband to just get the color coding on his gloves. And his gloves are blue.
Sean giving their presumptuous look to the umpire, saying, wasn't that a no ball?
You gotta look.
Mr. Rist not even interested.
One of the most important things in cricket is you gotta look good when you score your 100, mate. How is that? Direct hit.
Just in. Might have been closer than we thought. I saw the bat going down maybe a bit late, but this is obviously up to the umpire's call.
Just going deeper into what Sean Fisher is showing us on the screen right now. His grip is also blue. The stickers on his bat are blue. Villy, this man is to win something today. Best dressed.
Best dressed player. It's still early to give those kind of awards, but yes, the more we go to the end, he obviously shows the team colors.
He's a top contender. All confidence rests in Sean. Oh, what a quality shot. Good fielding there in the infield. He drops his bat just in front of the stumps, almost hit wicket. And there goes another over. Drickers, he didn't bowl the best of deliveries, but he went for 4. It's good enough. Run rate sitting at 6.1. 61 runs on the board for the Sunrisers. They're exactly where they need to be at this stage of the game. Sean Fisher is back on strike. He's on 15, just knocking it away from 14 runs. Good strike rate. Tawanda in his last over. A punch down to sweeper. Yanu on strike. You can see Tawanda is communicating with his field. He wants to set up this youngster. He knows if he can maybe get a breakthrough now in his last over, maybe can put a bit of pressure back in the Central Sunrisers team's dugout. Oh, that just misses. Just misses off stump. You can see Yanu there is saying it probably just came back a touch. Oh, through the legs. I think Tawanda should just slow it down a bit. If he slows it down, look to get a bit more purchase from the pitch, it might work out. Overcompensates, full toss. Janu not getting that one away. It should have gone. Big swing. Oh. Big swing and a miss. Tawanda thought he was going to cash in there. He wasn't lucky. Janu Furian strike facing Tawanda in his last ball. Quick Yorker. It doesn't pay. Brilliant over from Tawanda. A good spell. Finishing it off with just one run off his over. Almost a maiden. Brings down the run rate slightly. A touch. But Gobabis would have wished for more. Would like again to thank our sponsors. The Central Sunrisers sponsor being Otto House. BDO sponsoring the Gobabis Bulls, last year's finalists. And our main sponsor, Nedbank. This is the Nedbank T20 League. And it is powered by Pay Today, your go-to payment system. Really, we saw a bit of everything in that over. Tawanda was going on for his last over of his spell. He toiled, but he didn't get enough purchase as I expected.
Yeah, listen, he's an astonishing bowler. He's a very good bowler nonetheless. Sometimes the roll of the dice is just not on your side. The same ball would have taken a wicket in another game. Things just don't always work out for you, but as an openings bowler, I think he still did very well. And he's putting his body on the line when it comes to the fielding as well.
Armand is back bowling. He bowled a bit of a wide one. Sean is back on strike. Sean taking his time. There's nothing to rush here. 64 runs on the board. They just need 57 runs from the next 8.4 overs. How's that? Oh, keeper. Where were you? Thick inside edge. Hits the keeper on the pad. Do you think MS Dhoni would have taken that?
Ifs and maybes, but I think the keeper still did well to block that with the pad. Good shot. Only getting one run from that. I think also Gobabis needs to be clever. Giving singles to Sean isn't bad. You want him not on strike as much as Janu. I think Janu is still the learner in the batting pair here. So from my side, I would say, listen, you wouldn't mind giving singles away to Sean, but you don't want him to get those big shots flowing. Otherwise, the score is going to get reached quite easily. We now see that the required run rate is for the first time just under 7.
You know, Willie, like what you're saying, giving Sean 1, I think it's not a bad idea. Put pressure on the youngster, and by putting pressure on the youngster and bowling more dot balls to him, that automatically transfers pressure on the senior player, and you'd have to do something special to keep the board ticking, and that's where you want to get onto. But to be frank, it seems the pitch is getting better from early this morning. A very good call by the captain to bowl first.
We have also chosen in previous games to bat second on this pitch. Reason being is the pitch tends to dry out a lot. We see that sun plays a big role on all pitches in Namibia. And with a flatter and a harder pitch, you kind of get more carry and then even bounce. Yes, you'll get more turn. Yes, there's a few other things that could go against you. But you've got more confidence with the bat because you know that the ball is doing the same thing all the time. There's no funny things happening with the pitch. And I think that gives most players the freedom to play their shots. That's a very good ball, just sliding onto the pads. Bit of a shout could have been on if that missed the bat.
Just to check out some other cricket that's happening here in Namibia, we've got the Nashua Junior franchise, and that's happening across the road there at the NCG field. We see one team scoring 174 runs for the loss of 7, and the other team seems to be chasing it.
Yeah, some big wickets also lost there. I see Josh Russell here doing really well in his batting, 31 of 24. Kutsia Sales, 21 of 22. Michael Miller, 6 of 4, just not coming into form quite there. And then Janko Engelbrecht, 7 of 8 for the chasing team, currently standing. So yes, Stadio Warriors put up that 174 for the loss of 7. Ashburton Alphas chasing that, currently 72 for the loss of 3 with 9.2 overs left.
Just looking at that lineup of the Stadio Warriors, you've got Henry Opperman, who's actually part of the Gobabis team. He couldn't play today because he had to go to the junior franchise. And then you've got JP and Kobus Engelbert. Do you think that would have made a difference in this batting lineup today?
Yeah. For my sake, I've always mentioned this to a few guys. I think Henry Opperman is one of the best cricketers this country will produce and is producing at the moment. He's a phenomenon when it comes to the bat, and I think there's not a lot of people or a lot of keepers that is on par with that kid. He's one of the flashiest and quickest behind the wickets, and you can see that in his batting style as well. And I think he scored 60 today. Henry Opperman scoring 60 of 37 in their batting session for the Stadio Warriors. So yeah, from my opinion, Henry would have played a big role in this game.
I mean, look at the likes of Adrian Kutsia, Henry Opperman, and then you've got Joshua Cilliers. I mean, these are the top batters that did perform last year for Gobabis, and with them added onto this team list, that just shows you the depth that all these teams have.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, all 3 of those guys played in the final last year. I know Henry Opperman did, and I definitely know that Joshua Salia also did. He didn't perform too well in the final with the bat, but he really did well otherwise. So yeah, I mean, on the day, your team is what it is on the field. Unfortunate for the teams playing next against Gobabis. Those 3 might be available to play. So
available for selection.
Luckily for the Sunrisers, they are in the, like I say, fortunate position to play against maybe a bit of a weaker Gobabis team. I'm not saying they're weaker, but lacking those 3 players.
You know, I'm actually just I'm really happy with what Gobabis has done today. Looking at how many players they actually didn't manage to have today, and they still managed to actually produce quite a good team. A couple of old toppies there, and I mean the old toppies have pulled their weight. I think the national players, they need to get a cut in their salaries there in the Gobabis team. I think they could have done better. You can't have the old toppies doing everything. They field for you, bowl for you, and there you are not doing much for the team.
Armand doing well from this side of the wicket. Had a bit of a scary opener over. I think it was 5 extras in that over. Now coming back just with the 1 wide thus far and 3 dot balls, and then the 2 at the start. This is exactly what Gobabis needs. They need to get that run rate as close as possible to 10. Make it as difficult as possible for Sean. Asking him, yes, go over the top. You see, those are the shots now that's going to come, because they see that it's creeping up. The closer it gets to that 10, I think we're going to see a few sparks need to fly. That's not that it must, but it will have to. Otherwise, they will be in the same position as Gobabis. They need to score 30 of the last 2 overs.
Quick wickets here will help a lot.
Yeah, game
like
is
there.
on.
Oh, and outside.
What a
And that is gone. Geez, I call that. Wow, wow, wow. Gobabis Bulls get Janu Fourie out. They would have hoped for Sean, but I mean, we'll take them as they come.
A bit of a crazy call there between
Quick
the two.
wickets,
I
yeah.
think the push
Will help
was,
a lot.
was never on.
Like
And then, like I said, brilliant fielding. I think it's there. Seems like it's the wonder. Having a very good session with the ball in hand as well, and then performing in the field.
I should say the keeper did a great job to get that clean because he was in an awkward position.
He was in an awkward position, you're correct.
And well, now things are going to get pretty interesting because Arasta is in. One of the top batters in the women's side of Namibia has joined Sean. So now it's a Namibian women's cricketer and a Namibian men's cricketer batting together, facing a Namibian under-19 player. Where do you get that, Vili? Under-19s versus women's and men's cricket.
This is a brilliant league, giving us this kind of a mix and emotion of everything. I must say, I've watched her in the past. She is exciting to watch. Yes, this is a different kind of scenario for her. She's playing against men. They have played against the under-19s warm-up matches and that, so she is used to it. But on this level, I would say, listen, there's a bit more to it in a sense.
Is it a catch? Oh, drops short. Drika Swat knows how much that wicket would have mattered.
That just dropped short of the field of flip hell there. Keith also showing, come in, boys. He wants to press a lot more. Now we've got Arasta to asking there probably for middle or leg. Coming up is to face her first ball. Drickus probably thinking, oh, I don't want to be hit by a lady.
Well, this lady was playing for the women's side, so I'm sure she knows what she's doing. Oh, what a quality ball. How is that? Oh, first bowler. Drika Swat, you beauty. Arasta.
So unfortunate for Arasta. I mean, like I said, a lot of pressure coming in. Maybe a bit of a different scenario. Normally a very attacking batsman. Just played that a bit hesitant, if I must say. It looks like she pushed towards the ball, not really doing too much with the foot movement. Bit of a step to the front, and then just playing a lot away from the body. There was a big gap between the bat and pad. Maybe
that was a quality delivery, and I mean that was definitely hitting off stump. A quality ball from Drika Swat. On this occasion, the under-19s win the challenge.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Pressure is now back on Sunrisers. Required run rate just crept now to 8.3. So yes, I think Gobabis is doing a brilliant job of pulling this game back into the favor of both teams, I would say. At the moment, it's not really like hanging to one side, but I think Gobabis has now got a bit of adrenaline pumping. They just need to keep that under control and use it to benefit. The attacking field setting is prolonging again, like I said, from Keith's side. He's now looking at a few position changes, talking to his fielders. I think Keith is managing this game brilliantly as a captain. Not seen too much, but captaincy here is definitely playing a key role.
Albert, ex-CCD player, on strike. He gets one round the corner.
Sunrisers can't afford another run out. They now also need to be wary of the quick single. I don't think Albert is as quick as Janu between the wickets, so we'll have to see.
Drika Swat bowls a short one. Sean goes down on one knee, tries to pierce the gap in the outfield. Are they going to go for two? Some great fielding there in the outfield.
That's Johan picking it up, throwing it in. He's got a good arm, just cutting down that second run. Really well done by the youngster. got a bit of a bump on the arm. I see shaking that out.
This is what's needed. Knock it around, get back on your feet. Just don't lose wickets. Gobabis, on the other hand, is going to be looking for as many mistakes as possible. Vili, I just got a question on our Facebook account. Is this the most English you have spoken in a day?
My English bundle normally runs out here halfway. That's why you hear a lot of repetition of obviously and then this and that. So yeah, no. My English is limited to the minor words which I acquired when I was in high school 26 years ago. So just that you know. Yeah, we tend to call ourselves Boertjies in Namibia and a bit of SA. Yeah, and we like to speak our Afrikaans a lot. I think Afrikaans is still going strong in Namibia as well. But yeah, like I said, we all tend to be in the professional business era, and English is currently the language most used for that. So yeah, I'm not doing well adding to my vocabulary anyway, just that you know. So, but I've got at least the responses, yes and no.
Well, I'm sure with your Pay Today app, you can maybe acquire a couple more bundles there, Vili. You need them for the day because we're going strong, mate. This afternoon, we've got the Green Mambas. They're also going to be having a shot.
I wonder if Pay Today is selling learning courses on English.
I think we should
platform
check
they
on
can
Avo.
use.
I think on Avo they're having these little educational courses that you can actually join in with.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think we should speak to them and then we get a little video about it in the halftime show.
Would help me, obviously.
Sean Fisher on strike, 77 runs on the board, 5 wickets gone. Albert is going at 100 strike rate, 2 from 2. It looks like we still have a raster on the screen there. Our technical team will just work on that to make sure it's sorted out.
I must say, I've been looking at the fielding from Gobabis. It's been brilliant. We saw a huge diving effort from Tonde with a catch, or Tawanda with a catch. We see Armand now picking up ball in the long mid-on region, clean and shying that in. Even a single is becoming dangerous at the moment.
Good batting by Albert there. Good batting.
Things going good. We see Johan Engelbrecht. Johan Engelbrecht into the attack. Just delaying that one, stopping his bowling effort there. Things are going good here for Gobabis. Also now giving the youngster a chance to bowl. I must say, I've faced Johan. It's not easy. He bowls very straight. And if you miss, he hits. So he's not one of those guys that's going to give you too much to play about. You have to go for it.
That was a big heave. It just goes for 1.
Again, Pusher shying their eye to the square leg umpire, asking the question, is that not a bit high? I must say the umpiring is brilliant today. Mr. Wrist, Spidey on the other side, doing really well officiating this game. There's one of the bigger words in my vocabulary, just that you know.
Well done. Look at that. Well, I need to actually work on my Afrikaans bundles. It's about time.
But you already understand Bayer, and then there's these big words at the end or at the start. Normally starting with all the swear words, Bayer.
Well, the first thing that happened is once I came here in Namibia, which is like, was actually quite a long back. My whole first set of words was all aggressive language. I think it was because I was spending too much time with the Green Mambas. They're the nets.
Just coming to the field, we have Alex Parker, one of the Green Mambas players. I don't think he's playing today, but he's sitting here on my left. The youngster is also one of their young players. Alex still 14, turning 15. I think Green Mambas have got 4 youngsters in their team this year. And I think they're going to try and use them in most of the games. We have seen that in all our division games played earlier in the year. A lot of the younger players put up their hands to play for Green Mambas, and it worked out very well. They unfortunately couldn't play the final. The final was forfeited in the sense that there was no result, and so there was a bit of a shared winnings there. But Gobabis walking away eventually with the winnings, playing in the final again. We've got the score back. Oh, needed is 10 runs. Required rate is now rocketed up. I think this is exactly what Gobabis wanted. They really did well to get to this stage, I must say. From a point where the opposing team, Sunrisers, only required 6.2, and the run rate going down to 5.5 at a stage, and has gone back up to 11 now required run rate. I must say, I am impressed by the captaincy from Keith. He really did well with the field setting. I was cautious of having no direct point in place, but the bowling from stump to stump, keeping the line as direct and as kind of straight to the stumps, made that the players always had to play a straightish shot if they're not going to try and work it around. Do more with the bat than really is needed. This now leaves them to reach 33 runs from 3 overs. Still doable, especially when you're looking in the last overs, but it's going to need a big effort. Luckily, Sunrisers still has Sean on the field. Brilliant bowling from the youngster Johan Engelbrecht. First ball to Sean Fouchier, just punched back, well picked up by the bowler. Big shot there from the wicket keeper. And the third man kind of slip position. They thought there was some out of an edge. Umpire says it came from the pad. Big shot there by Sean. Couldn't get the distance on it. Just went over the point region. Thrown back in. 2 off it. Johan Engelbrecht really doing well here in the depth overs. Going only for 2 up to now. Sean finding it difficult to get Johan away. There was actually a chance in the last ball as well for a catch.
This is tight, Willie. They need 30 runs from like 2 overs. If you
Yes.
get Sean out, they win.
Nash, from a game that we thought started and it felt a bit slow in the beginning, almost as if it was a bit, you would say, static there at the beginning. Now heading in the way to be a brilliant ending. This is up to both teams to win it. Current required run rate is 12.8. This is definitely getting exciting.
They need boundaries now. Go ball. Go ball. 4 runs it is. Come on.
It is, as the commentator's curse is. Sean hits one straight back over the bowler. 4 runs. Albert, apologies, hits one straight back over the bowler. Albert seems to be a bit more aggressive than Sean. 15 of 11.
Sean needs to get his act right. He needs to be taking charge now. But hey, he's sitting on 27. He ate up a couple of balls, 32 balls. Albert is not holding back. He goes again, straight up. Is he going to be caught? Oh, it drops short. They take 1 run. Not a bad over now.
Ball hanging ages in the air. Armand couldn't make ground to it. Just dropped short and picked up. But they didn't get 2. They only got the single. So 12.5 still required from the last 2 overs. Nash, this is turning out to be a stunner of a game.
Really, it goes down to experience in this tournament. Gobabis has been there from the start, from the first, it used to be called Winter Tri Series when we played at UNAM. They have been part of the mix, and you know, one thing you should learn about the Desert Ice is it's not over until the last ball has been bowled. And we have seen a lot of nail biters. If you look at a couple of years back, we had CCD scoring I think it was 256, and the Green Mambas chased it. And they had no national players in their team. But CCD had Nicole, who counts for like 5 players. And that day he hit 100, was it 170, Veli? I remember you're one of the bowlers.
Yeah.
That year?
Yeah, that's a brilliant game. Something nice to remember for the Green Mambas. We see Willem Lottering coming back into the attack. I'm just wary of this. Pace hasn't done that well on this wicket.
Good shot by Albert.
It gives the batsman the opportunity to swing at the ball and see how far he can hit this. Willem doing well, not bowling too full, not too short. Just a good length ball, but picked up by Albert there. So, again, pressure is basically on Sunrisers to get the runs.
Pressure is on. You can see Sean leaning back. He's waiting for the short ball, but it's just not coming. Keith decides to hold the ball. He could have gotten a run-out opportunity there. But right now, it looks like Gobabis is sitting in the driver's seat. 13.64 is the required run rate now. Tables have changed.
True captaincy there from Keith. Not risking them taking another single, just keeping that ball in hand.
Yorker. Albert turns into a full toss. Does he get all of them? He just gets one. Gobabis would be happy. You can see them clapping hands. They're communicating.
So impressed by Gobabis. The fielding that they've done today, I've mentioned this before. It's just great to see. With a bit of a lesser, stronger team, they are still performing.
It goes down to planning. I mean, I think Gobabis, they knew what conditions they have to work with. Oh, that was a brilliant ball. Sean Fisher was beaten, all ends up there. He's even looking at the keepers like, what just happened? Why am I not bowled? Did the ball go through the stumps?
Smiling and astonished. You know, it was a good one. Yes, well, he's facing the bowler of last year's, the best bowler of last year's competition, Willem Lottering.
No, that's not him, Billy. Is that him? No, it's not him. He's not the same one. Just why do people in Namibia have very similar names like this? It was William Lottering.
Oh my sake.
But look, he is a left arm bowler just like William Lottering. Isn't that shocking?
Yeah, well, I would not be.
Well, this rate will make him the best bowler this year. Big hit, Albert. Sean is calling for 2. He wants strike. Great fielding from the outfield. Dricker Swat hoys it in really fast there. Didn't give the batter a chance to go for 2. For those joining us, this is the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League, powered by Pay Today, your go-to payment system. We've got the Gobabis Bulls being sponsored by BDO, up against Central Sunrisers, the new kids on the block, sponsored by Otterhouse. This is smashing cricket, a crunch time for Gobabis and the Sunrisers. Last ball, the Sunrisers need 21 runs to win. Sean Fouché and Albert de Klerk, they're batting together there here at United. If you want to watch some smashing cricket, come here, buy United Dross, grab a beer, grab some food at the Dross, and watch some live Desert Ice T20 League cricket. Well, this league actually has got 8 teams, and the 8 teams are in contestant for 50,000 Namibian dollars. It started 4 years ago, and the first prize was it was a 6-pack, wasn't it, Billy? A 6-pack of
6-pack of Windhoek Lager.
Of Windhoek Lager. Now it has moved up to 50,000. I'm sure you can open a bar with that amount.
Yeah, it's a healthy competition over the years, and I mean that's why we've brought up that prize for teams to compete for. I mean, in accordance to bigger leagues, I think we're actually doing well with the kind of prize we're giving to the winning team. And again, we must say very thank you to our sponsors committing to our league.
You know, Willie, it's great to see such young players getting a chance to bowl in pressure positions like this. You can see Johan Engelbrecht is coming in from the Grovemore end, bowling the death over, where the Central Sunrisers need 21 runs to win. Sean Fisher on strike.
How amazing and brilliant should that be for Johan Engelbrecht, bowling the penultimate or the final over of the game as a youngster and showing his skill.
And to make it even better, he's bowling to a well-seasoned Namibian national player. He has played a couple of World Cups for the country. And currently, he actually opened the batting against Scotland, if I'm not wrong, Willie. That was Sean Fisher.
Yes.
So he is one of the tops. Johan Engelbrecht raising his hand up. Oh, what a ball.
That was Armand in the deep, diving for that ball in the boundary. Again, now running in, picking that up. I am really, really astonished by how Gobabis pulled this game back.
Willie, who do you think is going to be the best youngest player of this game?
Well, I've been looking at this game now. Johan Engelbrecht is definitely one of the guys to look out for. He's been doing really well, even in Division 1, the league games previously this year. So he would be definitely one of the guys to look out for. Green Mambas has got to 102. They've got Alex Parker, Jewe Juniors. They've got Jos Zondag. And now also joining their side is Ethan. He's one of the bit more senior youngsters, I would say, also joining. So he's also in the camp to kind of stick up his hand to say, listen, I want to be part of the show. And then we'll have to see who the other teams bring to the fourth. But I think we've got another Riego Julie there from the coast, which is playing brilliant cricket at the moment. Riego also did very well in the hundreds this year. He did very well in the division cricket. So that's one of the youngsters from the coast also to look out for.
Then we've got the Run Whispers, which is all youngsters actually. But I'm sure they're going to do something. They've got a lot of big surprises coming for you. You guys better be ready, huh? And that is the end of the game between Gobabis Bulls and the Central Sunrisers. Gobabis Bulls batted first. They scored 120 runs. We thought it wasn't enough, but they proved to us that the conditions are playing a big part in this opener of the Desert Ice T20 League 2026. Coming up next are the Green Mambas up against the Spur Warriors. Spur Warriors being one of the top sides in the Coastal League. They actually were in the finals for the National League last year. And now they're coming in, joining Desert Ice for the first time. They also want to have a crack at the 50,000 Namibian dollars. Stay tuned, Willie. Thank you very much. I'll be seeing you a couple of minutes from now.
Nash, thank you. Always great commentating with you. And enjoy the second game.